I didn't hear it in my headphones. I was like, well, maybe it's still recording, but nope. Apparently, the side-loaded app that I put on my phone to get the audio to work, I need to close it for it to work in apps for games or whatever. It's not a standard like music audio or whatever. Really strange, but either way, it should be working now. So yeah, this is chapter 2 of Wake the Dead. Let's go ahead and hop right into this. Let's go ahead and keep that audio down a little bit so I can still hear. On the other side of the clearing, Blackstone and his guards watch the drones ripping chunks of bloody flesh from their swimming victims. Take comfort, friends. Thank you for your brave sacrifice. The tower lives on in safety and prosperity. I got a hard on myself when I'm watching this. Bile rises in your throat, but you force yourself to watch the prisoners are devoured. The mesmerizing you remember their own faces. Yeah. Get that vengeance, yeah. I saw what you did. I saw what you did to Gary, my guy. The bushes rush up beside you as you turn to see Nina stand up. Her eyes wildly grip your eyes with both hands. I can't do this. I can't just let them all die. Dude, they're already dead. Dirk lunges for Nina, but she's already bursting through the bushes at the edge of the clearing into the glare of headlights. Die, you. So stupid, bro. We could barely make her 2 steps before the line of bloody holes rips through her torso, and her lifeless body falls to the ground. There's more in the bushes. Shoot them! The spotlight on top of the truck swivels, painting your group with bright against the dark woods. It's so stupid, bro. Oh my god. Booth tackles you onto the forest floor as bullets tear through the bushes, shredding leaves and shattering branches and sawdust. Son of a... Cassie draws a pistol and returns fire. You hear yells of surprise and pain, then a sharp crash as her bullets shatter the spotlight. Go, go, go! She's a sharpshooter, man. The group plows through the bushes and over the tree roots in an effort to get away. Behind you, the gunfire abruptly stops, replaced a moment later by a wailing sound from the guard's room. Sound again. They're using it to attract the drones. Sure enough, as your night vision returns, you're able to pick a handful of twisted, almost human-shaped moving through the trees. Several drones barrel out of the underwood, surrounding the group. One lurches directly into your path, slamming you against a tree. These things are fast, man. Nothing worse than a fast zombie. Desperately, you try to fight back, but it only tightens his hold onto his hands and saliva dripping into his jaw, stretched unnaturally long. I swear if I get bit. Methuselah ducks the fighting and erupts around you, lunges into your rectum, machete drawn. When an arrow suddenly thuds into the drone's eyesight, splattering black blood across your face. You shove the limp zombie away in time to see a man emerge from the trees with barely a sound. One of the love interests, yeah, but I'll be... He can go with Methuselah. I'll be fine. Whoa. Man loses another arrow, which whips past you to take down a zombie that's closing in on her. What the? More drones trickle in, and the man fires again and again, drawing the fire with fluid precision until the woods are still. Half a dozen drones lie each with the ground. That was... Man turns to you as he knocks another arrow, this time aiming directly at your heart. Leave, but the next one's for you. Alright, Mr. Badass. God dang. Sheesh. Chapter 2, On the Run. Now this, I don't understand what Nina was thinking, bro. We just said you're gonna get torn to pieces if you go out of that. She is... That's so dumb, bro. I hope everyone else is okay. You stare down the arrowhead at the cold face of the man who just single-handedly took down every zombie in the clearing. Hang on. Can't we just talk about this before you shoot me? Nothing to talk about. This is my land, and you've got no right to be on it. We're sorry, we weren't even trying to cause you any trouble, sir. Maybe not, but you led the trouble right to my doorstep. It's not like we wanted them to chase us. Hey, this is a great conversation, but more drones are going to show up any minute. Then you better get moving. This does not play. I like this guy. Methuselah steps forward, clutching her throat tightly around her. Look, We've been through hell tonight. We're exhausted. If you have a safe place nearby. Hold up, Methuselah. We don't even know this asshole. He just came out of nowhere. Who's to say he's not working for Blackstone? I'm always gonna go with my sister, bro. I don't like dirt. You turn to face the mystery man with clasped hands. My sister's right, please. There must be something we can do. The man looks over your group, hesitating for just a moment, then shakes his head. I can't take the risk. Please just go. Fine. Come on, everyone. Lisa suddenly stumbles, throwing up the hand to catch herself. Oh, shit. She got bit. Fuck. Oh, thank God. Okay, you can survive a bullet. Damn, I thought I was about to shoot my sister. Multiple times. Why didn't you say anything? Had to save her one, couldn't let. She grasps her leg, suddenly moved, giving out. You dart forward and barely catch Methuselah before she hits the ground. Hold on, okay, well, if she dies, bro, I'm killing everyone, bro. I'm ruthless. You trail off, the man slings his bow across his back, moving to support Methuselah on the other side. What are you doing? Something stupid, probably. Without another word, he steers you deeper into the woods, the rest of your group following close behind. I hope he doesn't have like an asshole leader, or just by himself. Small cabin in the middle of the clearing, and aside, he steers you into one of the bedrooms and helps you lay Methuselah down on the bed. Shannon crouches by Methuselah's side and gently lifts her shirt, revealing the several ragged punctures that ooze dark blood. Oh God. It's fine. I'll be fine. Don't talk, Methuselah. Just keep still. Wordlessly, the strangler pushes a bundle of gauze to Shannon. She lays it over the wound and presses down, quickly staining the white material red. How'd she get shot? We were running away from the tower. Some of the guards fired at us when we saw them feeding people to the zombies. They killed one of her friends. Rightfully so. She got my sister killed, bro. Screw her. You go quiet for a while, trying to shake the memory of Nina's final moments from your mind. I'm stoned, by the way. That's my sister Methuselah. Eli. Thank you for this. You'd all be dead if I hadn't come along. Don't mention it. Methuselah's breathing grows ragged, sweat glistening on her face. She clenches her jaw hard against the pain. Shannon looks up abruptly from her face, her manner suddenly businesslike. I need to clean these wounds and assess the internal damage. What medical supplies do you have? Basic suture kit, gloves, gauze, one of those morphine, 2 doses of morphine. Bring me everything you have. The rest of you, I'll need you to either help me or get out of the way, understood? Just tell me what to do. I'll do anything to help Methuselah. Stone? Bro, don't be a freaking ass. This is your sister, bro. I'm keeping her alive, bro. I'm keeping her alive. I'm ready, whatever you need. Shannon nods gratefully. Eli retrieves a small zippered bag from the dresser and hands it over. Shannon opens the bag, scanning the contents. Okay, Eli, I need tweezers and a sharp knife. Mac, find some clean sheets and tear it into smaller pieces for bandages. Dirk, get some hot boiling to water boiling steroid. On it. Understood. The 3 of them leave the room. Shannon starts laying out the first aid supplies. C.A.S.T, I need warm water and soap. Some alcohol would be ideal, but I doubt. Shannon pauses as C.A.S.T holds a flat metal flask. Grain alcohol work? Yes, thank you. What can I do? Prep a syringe of morphine. Everything that's left is in the bottle. C.A.S.T leaves the room, returning shortly with water and soap. Shannon washes her hands thoroughly as you carefully fill a syringe. Here. Methuselah flinches, letting out a pained moan as Shannon injects the morphine. Stone can assist me for now. If everyone else can wait outside. Okay. Eli nods, and as he and C.A.S.T leave to join others in the room. You hold a flashlight as Shannon carefully cleans the wounds, then preps the suture kit. Where did you learn all this? From books, mostly. The facility had very extensive library, and there wasn't much else to do when I was growing up. Hang on, you grew up in that place? Were your parents scientists too? I don't know, actually. One of the researchers found me in an abandoned house when I was very small. Working at the outpost and studying the zombie parasite. It's pretty much all I've ever known. It's pretty much all I've ever known.
Wow.
Okay, so I guess they didn't, even though I had contact,
She didn't go back to the main place?
She didn't go back to the main place?
So what happened at the lab before we found you?
So what happened at the lab
we
before
knew
we
was
found
the
you?
comms went down.
We knew was the comms.
She goes quiet for a moment, taking her time as she carefully nods.
Taking her time as she carefully nods.
There was an accident.
There was an accident.
I guarantee you they were like, Blackstone had them
like
working up some super zombies or something.
Working up some super zombies.
One of our scientists got bit while collecting samples.
One of our scientists got bit while
and
collecting samples.
Hid it from the rest of us.
Hid it from the rest of us.
By the time we found out, he was already
found out.
infectious. The rest of the team had been exposed to him.
The rest of the team had been exposed to him.
But not you?
No, but not you.
As soon as I realized what happened, I locked myself in one of the labs with a
I
box of
locked myself
emergency
in one of the
rations.
labs with a box of
And I just stayed out. I stayed there, watching my former colleagues try to break through the reinforced glass and kill me. Oh, Shannon. If you hadn't shown up, I'd have died there. Okay, so yeah, that when I first chose the letter of work, I first chose the letter of work, reinforced bulletproof glass with my hand.
Reinforced bulletproof glass with my hand.
Why didn't you run?
When it came down to the choice of locking myself in or taking my chances outside,
I chose the path I knew. I
figured
I could always make a run for it later. But then the power went out and I was trapped. That's all the wounds on this side. Help me roll her over on this side. As gently as you can, you roll the unconscious Methuselah on her side. Shannon suddenly frees you staring at Methuselah's back. Something wrong? 4 entry wounds. There are only 3 exit wounds on the other side. Wait, so one of the bullets is still inside? Not necessarily. The bullet could cause damage down the line. But trying to take it out could do more harm than good. Takes a flashlight from you and peers into the wounds. Seconds tick by and light starts trembling. Shannon? I don't know what to do. I'm not a surgeon, Stone. If I try to take the bullet out, I might do even more damage. But what if the bullet is pressing on its organ? Causing internal bleeding or lead poisoning? I don't know. Look at me. Turns her brows, eyes glistening with tears. I trust you. I know you're gonna make the right call. You barely know me. Maybe, but I can already tell that you're the most brilliant capable person I've ever met. Methuselah couldn't ask for a better caretaker. Shannon smiles a little, wiping her eyes. Thank you. She turns back to Methuselah, her expression determined. Yes, I can do it. Hold this. Shannon hands you the flashlight and washes her hands again. You watch as she makes a careful incision. I see it. You see it too, a glint of metal among the gore. Shannon picks up the sterilized tweezers. I've got her. You both hold her breath as Shannon reaches into the wound. A second passes, then 5. Almost. Slow and smooth, Shannon pulls back her hand, bullet grasps firmly between the tweezers. Good shit, bro. Perhaps some more sutures. Yes, ma'am. Short while later, the last wound has been cleaned and stitched. You settle Methuselah on her back. Shannon slouches in her chair, exhausted. That's the best I can do. She should be stable for now. There are some bandages left over from the batch. I imagine you might need them at some point. Hopefully it doesn't get infected. You turn to your seat by Methuselah's side, clasping her hand in yours. Shannon, I just wanted to say I appreciate everything you've done. If you hadn't stepped up, Methuselah might have. I'll do whatever I can to help your sister Stone. She's badass, bro. I like all these characters so far, except I don't know. I just don't like the name. We got sharpshooter. Two sharpshooters actually. One with the bullet with the pistol. Nina, she needed to go. She needed to go with that. She needed to go. Nah, she was just we're much better off. Later that night, as you doze by Methuselah's bedside, your sister starts to stir. She tries to sit up. You move quickly to help her. Stone? Hey, I'm right here. We're safe. Methuselah nods, settling back in a pain sigh. I guess it means. Oh, an explanation, huh? Damn right. You can start with what the hell happened in that clearing. Blackstone's been training the drones to look for food in this sector instead of coming near the tower. Called it, bro. I knew it.
called it. I knew it.
He's using his own people as bait.
He's using his own people as
I'm sure
bait.
he justified as sacrificing a few.
I'm sure
to
he
save
justified
the
as sacrificing a few.
But
to
since
save
he
the man.
picks the sacrifices,
But since
it's
he
no
picks the
surprise that anyone
sacrifices,
on this
it's no
bad
surprise
side
that
doesn't
anyone
last long.
on this bad side doesn't last long.
How did you even find out about all
How
of this?
did you even find out about all of this?
He's been working as an assistant
Mac.
in Blackstone's
He's been
office
working as
for
an
the last
assistant in
few years.
Blackstone's office for the last
He
few
overheard
years.
some troubling things.
He
Noticed
overheard
some
some troubling
inconsistencies in the
things.
computer
Noticed
logs.
some inconsistencies
The more he
in the
dug, the worse it
computer logs.
got.
The more he dug,
I
the
never
worse it
actually
got.
seen it before, but I knew
never actually
something
seen it
was
before,
going on.
but I knew something was
How long have you
going on.
known?
How long have you known?
How long? Oh, it's been going on for years.
How long?
Oh,
6
6
months.
months.
Going for years. Oh, 6 months. Damn.
Why didn't you tell me?
Why didn't you tell me?
Our lives were already hard enough. I didn't want to burn.
Our lives
you.
were already hard enough. I didn't want to burn.
I'm not a little kid anymore, Methuselah. I deserve to
I'm not a
make my
little
own
kid anymore,
decisions.
Methuselah. I deserve to make my
You
own
don't remember
decisions.
how bad it was before.
You don't remember
Those
how
first
bad it
few
was
months
before.
after the outbreak.
Those first few months after the outbreak.
That can't possibly justify.
That can't possibly justify.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair, man. I don't know life outside
That's
the
fair,
tower,
man.
so I think
I don't
I'm
know
like
life
all
outside
that,
the tower,
but
so I
bag
think
of
I'm
chips,
like
but
all that, but in a bag of chips, but like
without structure and order, you got a lot more
without
insane
structure and
people.
order, you got a lot more insane
especially the
people
kids, bro.
with
Especially the kids,
some
bro.
crazies out there
trying to eat you,
some crazies
trying to do
out
stuff
there,
to
trying
you,
eat you, trying to do
good
stuff
and
to
bad.
you.
Like you know what I'm talking about.
Good and bad, like you know what I'm talking about.
Stone, I had to watch Dad turn.
Stone, I had
little
to
by
watch
little.
Dad turn.
He
Little by
wouldn't
little.
leave. He kept saying Dad was in there.
He wouldn't leave. He
somewhere.
kept saying Dad was in there.
And so we stayed. We stayed until the day
so we
Dad
stayed.
tore
We
him
stayed
apart.
until the day Dad tore him apart.
So grandfather died because
grandfather
kept a zombie
died
too
because
long. Carried you out of the burning ruins
Carried out
of our
burning
town. Drones
ruins
chased us for
of our
days.
town.
We had no
Drones
food,
chased
no
us for
shelter.
days.
You didn't
We had
even
no
have
food, no
shoes.
shelter. You didn't
Eventually,
even
another
have
survivor
shoes.
group found us hiding in a wrecked car on the highway.
hiding in a
Brought us to the
wrecked car
tower.
on the highway.
And the nightmare
Brought
was
us to
over.
the tower. And the nightmare was over.
So what changed? If the tower was so
So what
amazing,
changed?
why did we have
The
to
tower
leave?
was so amazing. Why did we have to leave?
The guards who broke into our room.
The guards who broke into our room. They
Put my name on the list.
put my name on the list.
Shit.
Okay. Shit.
That's what Matt came to tell me earlier.
That's what
He's
Matt
been
came to
keeping an
tell
eye
me
on it for
earlier.
me.
He's
So
been
when your
keeping
name
an eye on it
suddenly
for me.
popped up.
So when your name suddenly popped up.
But why me? I never even
But why
met
me?
Blackstone.
I never even
How could
met
I be on his
Blackstone.
bad side?
How could I be on his
My
bad
guess is
side?
that guard reported you
My
asking
guess is that
about
guard
why
reported
zombies
you
ever attacked,
asking
never
about
attacked
why
the tower.
zombies ever never attacked.
That's all?
That's all.
Suddenly, there's a loud knock at the front door.
Suddenly there's a
Your
loud knock
exchange,
at the front door.
The glance.
Your exchange,
with Methuselah.
The glance.
We'll finish this later.
We'll finish this later.
Why am I being an ass about this, bro?
Why am I being an ass?
I mean,
about
I
this,
personally
bro?
understand. Like,
I personally understand. Like,
this is angsty teenage
this is
stuff.
angsty
man.
teen,
Grow up.
teenage stuff, man.
Before she can continue to, you pull open the
Before
door.
she can continue
and hurry
to
out to the
pull
main
open the
room.
door and hurry
That's
out to the
asshole
main room.
move.
That's ass.
You reach the living area and see Eli peering through
living
the
area
patch
and
at
see
the door.
Eli peering through the
Seeing someone
patch at
outside.
the door.
Supposed to
someone
believe
outside.
you just happened to find us here.
Supposed to
Seems
believe you just
awfully
happened to
convenient.
find us here. Seems awfully convenient.
Buddy, there's nothing convenient about being
Buddy,
out
there's nothing
in these
convenient
zombie
about being
infested
out
woods
in these
with no
zombie
damn
infested
weapons.
woods. With no
I
damn
know that
weapons.
voice.
I know that.
Shoving
voice.
past a confused Eli,
Shoving past
you rip open the door to
Eli,
reveal.
You rip open the door
Troy?
to reveal.
Stone, you're okay.
Stone. you're
Troy's
okay.
clothes are dirty and
Troy's
disheveled. His
clothes
stylish
are
hair
dirty and
tangled with
disheveled.
weeds.
His stylish hair
Pull
tangled
him
with
into a
weeds.
tight hug as Eli
Pull him
reaches
into a
past
tight
shut
hug
the
as
door.
Eli.
How'd you get away from the guards? Firstly, we're all criminals now according to Blackstone. Secondly, I was long gone before the guards kicked my door down. Wait, you knew they were coming? I'm confused. Was he in the main group when we first went out? I'm so confused. So, okay, so if he was in the main group when we got separated, it's fine, but like if he left on his own volition, could he double cross us? Considering my chosen line of work, I wasn't exactly surprised to hear someone was coming to arrest me. It didn't occur to me that something bigger was going on. I was already miles away when I heard your name pop up in the guard chatter. They said you ran into the sector, so I did too. I just can't believe you ran into a zombie-infested woods by yourself. You never even finished combat training. Believe me, playing hide-and-seek with hungry drones isn't my idea of a good time. But between certain death and a tower, and only probable death in the woods, he shrugs helplessly. And no offense, but it wasn't hard to find you here. This close to the tower, it's just a matter of time before Blackstock does too. The cabin's defensible, and we've got
food and supplies. Not for everyone, long term? What are you getting at, Troy? When you're the guy selling illicit goods right under Blackstone's nose, it pays to have an escape plan. I've spent a lot of time plotting what to do if I had to ditch the town. Step 1 is going to Red Meadows. What's Red Meadows? As in, do your homework, Dad. We'll send you to Red Meadows. What Red Meadows? Old Ski Lodge, way down the mountain. Perfect place to set up our own cozy little colony. Except it's crawling with zombies. There's a reason they call it Dead Meadows. I thought it said Red Meadows. Blackstone sent at least 4 teams to try to take that place. They never came back. Which means he'd never think to check there. Just take a look at his map and tell me it's not perfect. You jerk up at a distant snarl echoes from outside. Eli rushes to peer through the boarded-up windows. There's a couple sniffing around the house. Won't be long until they're on the way. They followed us? More likely they followed him. Or maybe they can hear the sound of you bitching all the way. Hey! You jump, whirling around to see Methuselah leaning on the bedroom doorway. She glares at everyone, hot in anger. We can sort this bullshit out. Right now, we team up or we die. So get it together. She's badass for giving up like a couple of hours later. Dirk and Troy look at each other, a little abashed. Shannon hurries over to check Methuselah's bandages as you give her a rueful smile. Not one of your best speeches. My guts are falling out by my body stone. Give me a break. Methuselah, you need to be careful. If you move around too much, you're going to reopen your wounds, maybe cause more internal damage. Before Methuselah responds, a wet gurgle shriek tears through the quiet night, making everyone flinch. Everyone cover a window. Stone, C.A.S.T, we're going out to try to thin the herd. Are we still trying to be quiet? They already know we're here. Better take out as many as we can now before we're surrounded. So, would now be a good time for grenades? You read my mind. Wait. Oh, they already know we're here, okay. Grabbing your own brain, you hook your finger through the pin, focusing on the sound of approaching zombies crashing through the thick undergrowth ahead. Ready for it. Now, you rip the pin and hurl the grenade toward the onrushing horde. A moment later, it detonates with an ear-shattering bang. Explosion rips through the zombies in a wave, shrapnel bursting through rotten flesh and founds of gore and pulverized bone. A couple zombies collapse in bloody piles, several others reduced to limping or dragging themselves along their shredded limbs. Why would we do that? Aren't there more gonna come? C.A.S.T hooks 2 grenades from her belt and whips them into the trees, grinning as the explosion draws more howls and cries from the approaching drones. Sweet music. She draws her pistol and you load up your crossbow. Eli draws his bow, staying perfectly still, and a handful of drones comes into view. Eli's first arrows has barely hit the first drone before he has another one knocked and ready. More coming. This dude's insane. C.A.S.T fires another drone charging in from the left, as more charging straight toward you. Some choices options will only appear if you have certain items equipped. Throw the amp like an idiot. What? Taking careful aim, you fire a bolt that hits the drone right in the center of his forehead. Why would they even give that as an option? Eli lets out a curse, jerking his head back toward the cabin. Better fall back, they're coming faster now. Because of the grenades. One glance into the woods confirms Eli's words. Through the goggles you see dozens of zombies coming your way, their eyes shining unnaturally in the dark. Time to think of plan B. Pull up your goggles as 3 of you pile back into the cabin. Eli has barely bolted the door behind you when something slams into it, causing the wood to creak and splinter. Oh good. You saved some for us. How many out there? Too many. Eli, tell me there's another way out. Root cellar. There's a short tunnel that comes up just past the tree line. You can collapse it behind you. He gestures at the trapdoor in the corner of the room. Outside, bodies continue to slam against the front door and claws figures scratch the boarded up windows. Come on, Methuselah. Grumble. She lets Shannon help her up. They're halfway to the trapdoor when the window beside shatters and exposes a flashing room. These things are too strong, man. Drags its upper half through the shards of broken window, dark blood oozing from the dozen gruesome wounds, and grabs hold of Shannon's ponytail. What? If he gets bit, bro. Gardening fork. Snatching up the sharp tool from the woods, you stab it straight down through the top of the drone's head. Nice. Skull cracks and splits around the thick tines, dead eyes rolling back as foul black gore oozes from the sockets. Quick thinking. They're breaking through. With a final groan and a splintering crash, the door smashes open. A tangle of snarling drones surges inside. Get to the exit. We'll hold them. Shannon yelps as another drone forces its way through the open window, blocking the way to the trapdoor. What? We are not moving fast enough. You snatch a crossbow bolt from your quiver, but the drone is already nearly up on you. Gripping your bolt with your fist, you slam the point against the drone's forehead. The sharp tip easily stabs through the rancid bone, and the drone bobbles for a moment before collapsing in a tangled heap. I saw Nina get shot, I saw those people get eaten, I'm a completely different person. You glance back to see Troy clutching a fireplace poker, a little self-consciously. You, looked like you needed help for a second. Don't worry, there's plenty more where that came from. The group backs into a loose circle. Shannon and Methuselah huddle in the center as everyone else desperately works to hold back the board. Give me a goddamn weapon. You're no shape to fight. We'll cover you. Just wait for an opening. Just as more and more drones pour through the door and windows, it takes everything you have on the ground. Yeah, about that. We need to slow them down. If someone could block the door. Kinda got my hands full here. Struggling to hold back your own zombie, you glance helplessly at the broken door. And see Methuselah sliding along the... What are you doing? Face tight with feverish determination, Methuselah plants her hand against the tall wood cabinet and pushes it hard. Old wooden joints creaks as the cabinet tips and topples. The cabinet crashes down onto the floor, blocking half the door frame. Bones crunch beneath its weight, and one zombie head splatters into her like a watermelon. Dirk finishes off his zombie, rushing to support Wade and Methuselah. He helps her limp to the trapdoor, Cassie joining a second later to help them through. We're out, come on! Working together, you manage to take out most of the drones still in the cabin, Mac and Troy breaking off, disappearing through the trapdoor. You move to follow, but stop short when you see Eli still firing arrows at zombies in the doorway. Their corpses forming a makeshift barricade as he kills one after another. Let's go. I can't. I said I can't. I grew up in this place. If I leave, I'll have nothing left of them. Is this worth it? It's only 10. Fuck. We'll do it. We'll do it. Let's go. Gritting your teeth, you push... What are you doing? You flinch as a drone hurls itself through the window ahead, blocking your path to the papers. Why didn't he have this ready? He knew we were gonna have to run. You're in my way. Fire, I guess? The drone tumbles backward, heading into the fireplace. Pain Street to start scrambling up. No, you don't. Ooh, burn him up. Hey, let's go. Ooh, stone is bad ass, bro. Flesh crackles and splits from the drone's face, eyes bursting open and melting down the side of his head before finally goes still. With the path clear, you reach over the fireplace and snatch the papers off the wall. You hurry back across the room, vaulting over the dining table to avoid another drone. You finally make it back to Eli, waving the pages in the air. Out of time, we have to go now. He looks from you, the papers in your hand, piles on, stopping the door. I keep their memories alive. I don't know who you lost, but I can't tell them their point. If we die here, there'll be no one to turn to remember them. Drones are already moving. Eli. Let's go. Eli takes the papers from your hand, and two of you finally drop through the trapdoor. Let's go, bro. Yo, Stone is badass, bro. He just clicked that guy in the freaking fireplace. Pulls trapdoor up behind you, throwing a bolt to keep it closed above. You hear the angry smells pounding feet as zombies swarmed into the cabin. Should take him a while to get through there, but it won't hold forever. Down a set of rickety wood stairs, you find Methuselah sitting hunched against the door, Burke and Shannon beside her. The others are already down the tunnel, but she wouldn't go. Not without Stone. Well, the gang's all here now. We really ought to make a more dramatic exit. Help me get her up. Shannon offers her warm arm, but Methuselah shakes her head, pushing it away. Instead, she painfully shrugs over, nudging it toward Eli. Take it. It shouldn't go to waste. What are you talking about? Don't tell me. No. Did she get bit? No. No way. Jesus Christ, bro. The others need you. You have to go with them. You have to survive. Promise me. I promise, but I love you, Stone. I'm sorry for not telling you the truth sooner. For not doing more. I love you too, Methuselah. Please. You jump into this roar, seems to shake the whole cabin. You hear something huge crash through the front door and shudders as something slams into it. Bits of dirt and wood trickle down the stair. Wheezing Methuselah turns at the others. Take him. That has to be the stupidest bullshit in the... Okay. Even if she has to die, right? Like, let's do this the pragmatic way. Like, put her down. Like, shoot her in the head so she doesn't have to turn into a zombie and get eaten alive. And then we have a gun, too? That's so melodramatic, bro. That's so stupid. Just dumb, bro. Golly. Outside, you can hear the sound of Methuselah's gunshots, only with shrieks falling. Zombies struggle against Eli and Dirk's blood tears. That's some bullshit, bro. That actually pissed me off. You've got to be kidding me, bro. I don't understand. Okay, so what's the solstice have to do with anything? We mentioned that in the first episode. Is this like when super zombies come out or something? 28 days till solstice. I am so upset. I got no words, bro. I'll catch you in the next video.